Assalamu alaikum. This is Muslim Network TV and you're watching GTA Muslims Today. I'm your host Moeez Rahman. Today we're reporting live from Whitby in the Durham region, the city where I grew up, to have an exclusive chat with Kevin Goswell from the NDP party. We have so much to talk about, so let's go dive right into it.
All right, so, my name's Kevin Goswell. I'm 41 years old. I'm a correctional officer here in Ontario, and I have been for the last 11 years. So I lived in Whitby here for 16 years with my wife Amy. We were raising our 3 daughters, and I jumped into politics kind of on a whim, but I didn't like the way the political discourse was going in this country. It was becoming more and more toxic, and it was just not sort of the environment I wanted to see my daughters grow up in. I want them to grow up in a country that they can believe in and have faith in. Well, definitely affordability. So, like, personally, I've felt the sting and pressure of prices going up and having to do overtime to make ends meet and, pay for the things that my kids need. Going into politics, if I were elected, we definitely need to cut the GST on, like, the essential items and have that removed permanently, like the internet bills, your cell phone bills, key grocery items and baby products, just things like that to at least ease some of the pressure. And then look at some more economic policies that benefit the lower and middle class. Work on things that generate from the bottom up as opposed from the top down. I definitely think that that is an accurate sentiment, that people are afraid that they'll never be able to own a home. We definitely have to address the housing crisis from, like, a multifaceted level. Like, it has to be partnerships with municipalities, provinces. Everyone needs to be on board. You need to look at all the different strategies and possibilities. So modular homes, prefab builds, tax credits, getting back into the government building housing like co-ops and mixed units, that sort of thing. Like, anything that you can possibly do. You also have to work collaboratively with the other parties to make sure that these policies stick. We have to stand strong as a country, for one. So the reciprocal tariffs are one thing, but you have to be ready as a government to support those that are going to be the most affected. People with jobs in manufacturing, the auto sector, timber, aluminum, like all those kind of things. We have to be ready that if they lose their jobs, that we are there ready to support them. Similar to like a CERB type deal, but whatever we can do to have them taken care of. I do support that if that's going to bring an end to the trade war. We definitely have to work on our interprovincial barriers so that we can have better trade amongst the provinces, because that will be more money in the economy. We have to look at diversifying who our trade partners are, expanding more into Europe, Latin America, and Asia, and making us less reliant on the States. We are a resource-rich country, so, like, we should hold the power in that dynamic. I feel that you've just been swayed by misinformation. There is no reason whatsoever for Canada to give up its sovereignty. Like, this has been a proud, strong country for many, many years. It is one of the most desired countries for people to come and emigrate to. Like, it is not a country that I'd want to see us give up our sovereignty. I'm a correctional officer. The crime is a touchy subject because, like, although it's being pushed that we're on this meteoric crime spree and crime rise, the data is just not there to support it. There is obvious some rise in crime, but over the past decade, it's still traditionally quite low. We are still considered like one of the most safest countries to live in the world. So I don't like crime being used as a political tool. Like, obviously, crime can be a problem, but you need to address what causes crime and not the punishment after the fact. I would say it's pivotal. It is like arguably the most important. Like, I work with inmates with mental health considerations, and like that is like the number one thing I would want to see the government step in and do, is make mental health part of OHIP, like public health care, like everyone access to mental health care, because I think you start there, you will see the differences reflected like in healthcare, in the criminal justice system. Like if you're giving people the access to mental health care, regardless of who they are, you will see the benefits that you need to see. The thing I want to see the most, one of the things personally I'd like to see the most, is some form of a Truth and Accountability in Politics Act that holds politicians individually accountable for the things that they say, for misleading or misrepresenting stuff in order to gain political sway. Like, you need to rebuild that trust with the people, and that's something that I would like to see. Like, just having the politicians more accountable for the things that they say, so that we can have the real tough conversations and get to the policy that needs to be done. I think it is absolutely vital that the youth go out and vote. Part of the reason I got into politics is you can't sit there and complain about the situations if you don't actively try and make a difference, and that's something that I'm doing by running. But in that same tone, like, if you are having concerns with where things are going as a youth, then you absolutely need to get out there and vote for anybody that you think will make a difference, because at least then you've done your duty to try and make that difference. Facebook is probably the best. You find me, Kevin Goswell, right there, and on Instagram at KGMichael. I'm always available to discuss politics and my opinions on things, so reach out to me in a DM on Instagram or on Facebook, and I'll respond.